Are you someone that absolutely loves receiving or giving a homemade Christmas gift? I am definitely one of those people. So I decided last year to share a whole series of homemade Christmas gifts that are cost effective but look beautiful as well. Instead of you having to go back and scroll through all my posts and try and find it, I thought I would repost them. So this is number one in my series of homemade Christmas gifts. We're going to make these really cute fridge cookies that look pretty fancy, but they're so easy to make, and they only cost between $6.60 and about $5.50, depending whether you use butter or a butter blend. And that's including using a really cute Christmas tea towel to wrap it up so it looks a bit like a bonbon. These look pretty clever, but they're so easy to make. Come and make some with me now. Start with 3/4 of a cup of softened butter, 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar, icing sugar, whatever you want to call it. And then we want to blend that until it's light and fluffy. This is my butter and sugar all blended. Now it's time to add the next bit. So I want 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Just mix that quickly again for about a minute. We're going to add our flour. It's 2.5 cups of plain flour and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And just blend your flour through. Now your dough's already, you want to divide it into 3 evenly sized portions, which is about 315 grams, if that makes it easier for you. I'm going to add about 10 drops of red food colouring to this one, about 10 drops of green to this one, and then mix that through. Now you can add more dye to it if you want it a bit brighter. Once you're happy with the colour you've got, I'm going to lay out some photograph. And then pop your dough onto that. And you just want to form it into a disc. Just pull half my plastic over and then just sort of flatten it out a bit and then wrap it up. So it looks like this, and you want to do that with all 3 batters. All 3 of my batters have been wrapped in plastic. I'm going to pop these in the fridge for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer because it is quite humid here today. But if you're in a bit of a rush, you can put them in the freezer for 20 minutes or half an hour, and then we're going to pop them back out and roll them out. Some more tree doughs have hardened up a bit from being in the fridge for quite a while. I'm going to roll these out into equal size rectangles. And just make sure that there's plenty of flour on your rolling pin, otherwise the dough is just going to stick to here and it gets quite messy. Now I just keep it on the plastic and roll it out on this. Now you want to try and roll these out so that they're all relatively the same size. And now we're going to place them on top of each other. This one I thought I would try putting the sprinkles on and putting a layer of red or green on top of that. Just going to lightly press that on top of it so it's stuck into the dough. So now I'm going to attempt to put the green on top of this one. It is really humid here today, so it is getting quite soft. I probably should put this in the fridge just for 10 minutes, but I can't be bothered. So hopefully this will be fine. Let's take the wrap off this. If you have a patch like this, I'm just going to get a little bit of the dough over here and put that over the top. Once it's rolled, you're not even going to know. Now I'm going to attempt the red. Now I'm going to attempt to roll it, and I'm just going to do it really tight at that beginning bit. And I just kind of use the cling wrap to help roll it around. And eventually we'll just tie it, and you can just keep rolling it. This is hard because it's gotten so soft. Just keep rolling it. Roll it back the other way to get that top bit. And then I'm going to use this to wrap it and put it back in the freezer for probably an hour. It is so muggy here today. This is the second batch that I've done. I've put green on the outside, and I'm going to cover this one with sprinkles on the outside. So I'm basically just going to sprinkle it over and press it in and keep going till I'm happy with the amount of sprinkles I have. Then trim the edges so it all looks nice and pretty. And then I just wrap it in some baking paper and then the tea towel. I'm going to use this one. The tea towel I folded in half. I just have it so that the crease is in the centre so we don't have any seams. You place your log on there. We just want to roll it. Get our ribbon. This ribbon I just got from one of the cheap shops. This one's all finished. And just to finish it off nicely, I've made these cute little gift tags with a cute little message. On the back, I have written down ingredients in case someone has allergies and the instructions on how to bake them. If you want to make this ahead of time, you can store it in your greaseproof paper and just keep it in the freezer. This will store for at least a month. Get it out the day before and then wrap it in your tea towel. So this is a great present to get started in this whole DIY Christmas gifts. Coming in under $7, but it's still going to let that person know that you really appreciate them for everything they've done throughout the year. Make sure you like and save this so you can refer back to it and make this yourself. And if you are somebody that does want some cost of living solutions and some Christmas presents on a budget, then hit the follow button. I'm going to keep on sharing some ideas that I've put together that are going to make life a little bit easier.